Okay, we're here tonight at Trigg County away to play the Trigg County Wildcats. And tonight, of course, we got Tanner doing the play-by-play. Ethan and I putting our 2 cents worth in on that. We hope to bring the game to you tonight. We're not doing the sideline show on Facebook first. We're going to go straight on to YouTube, and we hope you're tuning in with us.
Yeah, we want to thank our sponsors, Whitetail Properties, for headlining this Crittenden Press broadcast. Tonight, Mike, we played Trigg County. They're 1-2 on the season. They started the season with a 56-0 win over Ballard Memorial. They lost week 2 to an affiliate opponent for Crittenden County. They lost to Murray 41-6, and then last week they lost 63-26 to Paducah Tillman. So they've played some good competition.
They have. You know, you and I were watching the shop this morning. We watched part of the first quarter whenever they were playing Tillman last week. And, you know, Trigg County did a good job of moving the ball in that first quarter and, you know, put some points on the board against Paducah Tillman, who has been in the past. I don't know where they're at this year.
Well,
but
they're top 10 in 3A. So they're loaded once again. So you look at Trigg County. They're big up front and they're fast out on the sides. They got athletes all over the field, and it's an offense that we've got to keep contained.
Right. You know, when we were watching, they like to throw that little dump pass out in the flat, and that's been a thorn in our flesh for the last couple of weeks. And I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. You said that when they played Murray, that's a little misleading because one of their best players was out that week.
Yeah, it was, his number is number 4, Jaquelis Martin. And in that first game against Ballard, he had 4 touchdowns.
Right.
3 rushing, 1 receiving. On the season, he's had 95 yards rushing and 80 yards receiving. And he's averaging about 10 yards every time he touches the ball. So he's somebody that we got to keep him contained.
Now, you and I were talking, Ethan. Is he the one that they're saying runs like a 4.4, 4.5 40?
He's supposed to be a pretty fast kid, and of course, you know, all those times are unofficial around here, so it just depends on who's working to watch.
Here we go.
By the playing of our national anthem and the presentation of our colors. The colors are being presented by the Color Guard of American Legion Post 74. The national anthem will be played by the award-winning Trigg County High School Band. Please remain standing until the colors have left the field.
That's going to be a problem. Pick up that other end.
Lost it last week. Allison said, "Let me look."
I need to wait till they get off.
All right, we're going to, while the flag is being removed from the field, going to thank our sponsors, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan Pizza, and Pub, saying hello to all the people out there watching the game tonight. Again, we want to thank Mark Williams with Whitetail Properties, Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoners, Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Tent Detailing. Talked with them this week. I think they're moving locations out on Highway 60. H&H Home Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Sea Plant Federal Credit Union, Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center.
All right, go ahead, Ethan.
Back to what we were saying, Mike, about this kid that we talked about with all the speed, a 4.5, 4.4, 4.6 40 guy, somewhere around that range. We know he's fast, Mike. What that does for us strategically, that changes the way you call your defense, because if you're going against somebody who can run that type of speed and has that, for a reference, if this kid's running a 4.5, I know in high school Devin Nesbitt was a really fast kid, and he always hovered around that 4.6 mark, and I don't know that he ever quite got into the 4.5s. So if this kid's out here running a 4.5, he's leaving Nesbitt 2 or 3 steps behind. So I mean, this just changes everything, the way you call your defense. A kid that could stretch the field against you on offense like this, it's somebody we got to watch out for tonight.
I agree 100%. Also Trigg County's defense. They run a lot of, I think we were talking about, they run a lot of 4-man front across the middle there.
Right.
They actually run the 5-man front where that, a lot of times we see a 3-man front. We call ours. We run 3 guys down with the middle with a nose guard. So, I don't want to be overconfident tonight. We came off a really good win last week with Murray. I think they were surprised what happened to them or whatever. So we need to come out tonight. They got speed. We know they got talent. They know that our first football games are usually not this intense, but Trigg County's always physical.
Right, and what you're talking about on that defense, most of the time they do stay in that 4-3 defense, and even sometimes a 3-4. And all that means is a 4-3, you've got 4 down linemen. That's 4 big boys playing on the line, or vice versa. You've got an extra linebacker. So what that does is, Trigg's going to come in here and try and stop the run tonight. They're going to play that 3-4 defense or that 4-3 or even the 5 down linemen like you said, and they're going to line up across from us and try to take away the run. And what that's going to leave is a lot of man coverage, a lot of tight press coverage. We've had man coverage this year, but we haven't had a true tight press where their defensive backs are right up in our receiver's face. So we haven't got to look to see these receivers, how well of a start they can get off the line, how well their route running is 5 to 10 yards where it's going to matter, where these guys are right on top of them. So we'll see how that plays out tonight too.
If you guys remember last year whenever they came up to Crittenden and played, we changed our offense that week and we just pretty much ran at them.
Oh, we trucked them.
Yeah, I mean we just lined up and came at them. And if you listen to Sean yesterday on his coach's show, that's one of the things he said he really liked to run, and that was what he was hoping to go with tonight. We saw a lot of double tight with 2-back set last week. We hadn't seen that a lot out of Sean. We've always been running the spread.
Right.
These guys run the spread. Wildcats do. What I understand is they like to do the run-pass option.
Right.
They run that quite a bit. So
defensively, the last 2 weeks, so they gave up 679 yards to Paducah Tillman last week and 63 points. And then the week before, they gave up 421 yards to Murray. On the season, they're giving up 377 yards a game, and that's 222 on the ground and 154 through the air. So where they've shown a weakness is on the ground.
And that's where we've shown success. And like Mike said right there, with all this formation changing we're doing, we're bringing in 2 tight ends. We're running this monster backfield set with an extra fullback top player in the backfield. We're doing what works. We found out what we have success in, what works good for this 2020 Crittenden County football team, and we're building our offense around setting up plays and setting up blocks and setting up, the right personnel for us to have success on the ground, which is what we've done so far this year.
Well, we've talked about, too, our offense has been behind the defense so far from what we're accustomed to. And I was talking with Chris Evans on the way here, and part of that, and we were even touched on it in the shop this morning, our competition level to start the season has been pretty stellar. We played 2 top 10 teams in Class 2A, and then we played a 3A Union County team that went down there and played with Mayfield last week. And so our offense has struggled compared to what we're expecting.
We didn't have those first 3 games where we usually try to schedule games where that we can work on things because we know that we're going to be ahead. It's going to be a win. We haven't had that this year.
On the season, Luke Kreider is 31 out of 69 passing for 385 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And if you break that down a little bit more, he's completing 45% of his passes. He's averaging 12 yards of completion, 5.6 per attempt. I think where they would like to see him improve, and as he goes, our offense will go too. If we can get our completion percentage up just a little bit and cut down these turnovers, he's not doing a bad job.
Right. The other thing that's plagued us through all 3 games is penalties.
Oh, it's been horrible this year.
Let's not say that word tonight.
Okay, well, different set of officials tonight, but last week both sides had, I think they were within 20 yards of each other. We both had over 120 yards in penalties.
That's right. Here come the Rockets. Trigg County is going to receive the kickoff to start this ball game. They are led offensively by their quarterback, number 1, Jacob Weiss. He's completing just about 45% of his passes. He's been very efficient with the football, though. 7 touchdowns to 1 interception on the season. And then you're going to hear number 22, Kelsey Parnham. He's averaging about 5 yards a carry. He is their stud running back. And then the guy right there in that middle, number 12, Kendrick Adams, he got loose last week. He's going to be a big target for them. He's a D1 prospect. He's already, I think, got an offer from Murray State. But last week he got 4 passes for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns.
All right, we got 16 seconds left, and we're going to get this game underway, guys.
Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Whitetail Properties, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizza and Pub, Al Starnes Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Custom Tent and Detail. And number 4, Jaquelis Martin is back deep for Trigg County.
Looks like they've kind of been watching film on our kickoffs. They've kind of cheated up their return team a few yards.
Perkins squib up the middle, taken by number 17 at the 35-yard line. He is brought down at the 38 by number 2.
Dakota Lockard on the return for Trigg County.
Caleb Nesbitt.
Trigg County will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10, balls on the 40, Trigg County. Twins to the near side, back offset to the left. It is a pass at the feet of number 5.
Jacob Weeks' pass intended for number 5, Jaden Vaughn, falls incomplete, brings up second
Number
down
5
and
is
10.
Jaden Vaughn. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Rockets line up in that 3-3 stack. Dylan Yates on the far side. Defensive end, Lathan Easley. Dylan Yates has 5 sacks on the season so far this year.
He's also playing with a bummed-up ankle, I think.
Twins to the left. It is another pass over the middle to Kendrick Adams. It's completed. He's still on his feet. Still going. And that's a touchdown, Trigg County.
That is not what we wanted to
Jacob
see.
Weiss to Kenny Adams goes 60 yards.
That's a 60-yard touchdown pass from Weiss to Adams. 11:07. We're 53 seconds into this ball game, and Trigg County is on the board, 6-0. What'd you see there, Ethan?
I'm going to let him kick this field goal, and I'm going to get into kind of what I just saw right there. But extra point, but that's not how we wanted to start the game. I know we saw that.
The left-footed kicker is good. 7-0.
All right, guys. So what I just saw right there, basically, we did come out in that 3-3 stack box, like Tanner said. It looked like we were going to do a little cover 2 zone there. I didn't get a real good look at it, so What I do know is we had a blown coverage somewhere along the line, and you guys can tell that sitting at home. It looks like that whole defender sitting there in the flat, or the whole defender there over the slot receiver that scored that touchdown. He probably had cover 2 responsibility right there where he had the flats, and so as soon as he bailed, it left an opportunity for the receiver to get enough ground gain to the quarterback to get the ball in the air, and then he just split those 2 safeties for they each had half responsibility of each side of the field.
He snuck in behind the linebacker drop and in front of the safeties, and Mr. Adams is 6'2", 203 pounds, so he is no small fellow.
Right, and it's kind of like when Alexander runs the ball for us. It's going to take 2 or 3 solid attempts at a tackle usually, and he broke a couple there and finished off the strong, 60-something yard play.
You know, we talked about it at the beginning of this earlier today that we couldn't overlook this team. They've played some stiff competition just like we have. And they've got athletes all over the field that can make plays, and that's what they just did. This ball is going to be fielded by Preston Morganson. He drops it. Still on the ground. It looks like Trigg County has this football.
I think Crittenden got on it. Yeah, I think we got the ball.
Fumble on the kickoff.
Braxton Winters with the recovery.
Braxton Winters with the recovery.
Man. You
Not
don't try to
was
pick a
almost
ball
bad.
up. You need to cover it.
By Crittenden County.
It's going to be the Rockets' ball, 1st and 10 at the 25.
And I will tell you from past experience playing this field, the lights play a big factor with high balls like that. On kickoffs and punts and deep passes, the light, I don't know if they're brighter or dimmer or what it is, but they do play an
This field
impact.
is really lit up well.
Right. It gets hard to see, so I understand.
1st and 10 for the Rockets. Xander Tabor's offset to the right of Luke Kreider, the quarterback. Twins each way, and they are press man coverage, it looks like, on the receivers. It's going to be a give to Xander off the left side. Broke a tackle, still on his feet. He's still running. He's got a 1st down. It's going to be a gain of 14.
Tabor on the carry.
All the way up to the 30. No, they're gonna spot that at the 37.
There's some more of that run success early on tonight we talked about.
Well, one thing I did notice was Trigg County struggled in their tackling. That's where Paducah Tillman was able to bust a lot of runs. Trips to the right, handoff to Xander. He broke another tackle, dancing around, and he was wrapped up.
He got sworn.
Tabor on the carry.
We came back with the exact same play call right there, and they just knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It's hard to sneak in 2 plays in a row on a good team.
It's going to lose 7 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 17.
And I would imagine this is a passing scenario, some sort of screen or some sort of pass. Watch Turley coming off the side over here right down the seam in the middle of the field. Looks like it's open.
They've got a tight end to the near side in Turley. He's at the end line of scrimmage.
And then there's no safety over the top, so watch a takeoff down here on this side of the field. Here's the takeoff.
Luke Kreider sacked on that play by number 12, Kendrick Adams. Sean Thompson is taking a timeout.
Down in the backfield by Kendrick Adams.
I don't think that Sean or any of us were
That's
expecting
an
this to
8-yard
start
loss.
like
That
this.
brings up 3rd down.
And-
24 yards to go.
And that's exactly why you don't like seeing a team like Trigg County on your schedule. You know, you look at the records, and all of us all week, I'm just as guilty of saying, "Oh, we're going to come in here and blow them out." What's the talk at the barbershop? They won't. You know, everybody thinks we're going to come here and blow them out, and that's the players included, and even coaches. You know, you can't think that way, but it's in the back of their head. So you get ready for the week, and you're like, "Oh, just another game at Trigg, running clock at halftime." But this team's got enough athletes, and they're solid enough coach. They can give you a run for their money, which is what they've done. They came out first play touchdown, and they stopped us. We went 3rd down here, and we got 3rd and long. So they're looking at a 3 and out right here. So this is why it's kind of dangerous. This is a dangerous Trigg County team.
Well,
And remember, they're 3A.
Right.
yeah, we didn't come out. We haven't so far came out to play, and I believe that timeout was to maybe get some people's attention.
Right. I'm sure there was
9:26 in this first quarter. We're not even 3 minutes in, and the Rockets are already in a hole.
Yeah, we're behind the stick.
Trips to the right. Nesbitt going in motion to the left. He's got a mismatch on Mr. Adams. He was open just right outside his fingertips, and it's going to be 4th and 26.
Intended for Nesbitt, falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 24 for the Rockets.
Number 4, Jaquelis Martin is back deep for Trigg County. He's backing on up. Braxton Winders has kicked the ball very well this year. We're going to need a good one from him right here. They're rushing him. Got a good kick, good coverage. That ball's going to be downed at the 45-yard line.
Ball is down at the 45-yard line of Trigg County with the Wildcats.
About a 35-yard punt. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Trigg County on the 45-yard line. 9:09 to go in this first quarter. Trigg County leads 7-0, and they got the ball again.
Yeah, we went 3 and out. I mean, we got behind the sticks, what we talked about we didn't need to do. And,
had a good run on first down by Xander. Then 2 negative plays in a row and an incomplete pass and a 35-yard punt, and that's where we are now. 1 wide out each side. Kind of a wishbone set. Trigg County will run the option. Give is to number 22, Parnham, and he is tackled at the line of scrimmage by number 12, Tyler Boone.
Number 22, Kelsey Parham on the carry for Trigg County.
Good piece of tackling by Tyler Boone there, and a great job not letting him get back into the secondary defenders there, because it looks like Tyler was kind of the only linebacker in the area. Real great job there. Way to read, way to scrape down the line of scrimmage. Good play.
Trigg does do this read option, but the quarterback
got to swarm the football, though, guys.
Rarely keeps it. Twins to each side. Parham is offset to the left. Winders bringing pressure. That pass is incomplete. Intended for number 5, Jaden Vaughn, and it was low, and he
intended for number 5, Jaden Vaughn, falls incomplete.
Was unable to hang on.
3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Trace Darrington was on the coverage on that play.
And you saw Courtney dial up another blitz there. You saw Winders come off the right side, and you'd have to think with 2 low throws like that in a row, pressure's got to be kind of getting to him a little bit.
Well, that's one thing this Crittenden County defense has been able to do is get pressure with Lathan Easley on the nose. They got Noah McGowan on the near side defensive end. Dylan Yates, who we mentioned earlier, has 5 sacks already on the season, is on the far side. Twins each side. Parham offset to the right. 3rd and 10.
Uh-oh.
That pass is incomplete, intended for number 4, Jaquelis Martin. It's going to force a Trigg County punt. It's what we needed to do.
Yep. As Logan Bailey, we've called his name a lot this year on the good coverage right there. Good no call there. I didn't see a whole lot of contact.
No, they did kind of bump.
Yeah, but they were both going for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I...
Who we got deep?
Preston Morganson.
And that is a high, short kick. Lands at the 40.
Get away from it.
And it's picked up by number 22, Caden McAllister, returned to the 43-yard line, and that's just a dangerous play.
We got to stop entertaining that thought. It is not worth it.
Catch it on the run or let it go.
No, it's just not worth it. Especially, there's 4 or 5 guys around it. Even if you do get a good clean pickup, you're not going anywhere, guys. We got to stop doing that. No, I think that might be the first time we've done it, but I'm just seeing it enough this year.
We've done it a couple times.
Right.
It happened once last week.
I just don't understand that. I just don't.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the 42. Trigg County in that 4-3 defense, trips to the near side. Tied out on the other side. He's got Xander Tabor out of the backfield, and that's going to be a touchdown, Crittenden County. 47-yard touchdown pass from Luke Kreider to Xander Tabor. and that's what we needed.
Exactly right. And what happened there is you saw Trigg County defense come out and play in that 4-3 man, and they had every man accounted for except for Xander Tabor out of the backfield. And that's what happens sometimes in that man coverage. You forget to account for a back in the backfield, and he slipped right out uncovered, and that's a 60-yard touchdown.
Well, and Preston Turley, he had a couple options on that play.
Right, they were not ready for that play.
Noah Perkins has been perfect on the season so far. He's back to make this kick. Braxton Winters on the hold. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it is good. We've got a tie ball game, 7:55 in this first quarter. We want to thank Whitetail Properties, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance for making this broadcast possible.
All right, guys, we got a tie ball game here. Like I said, 7:55 to go in this first quarter, and we've already got both teams putting points on the board.
Right. We could be in for a shootout tonight, Mike.
Well, I hope.
I don't think so.
I hope it's not a shootout.
And I think Trigg saw that they had, right off the bat, they had that success throwing the ball. And I look to see them doing a lot of that tonight. So,
well, one thing we haven't mentioned, they've got a brand new coach. His name's Mark Peach. He came from Anderson County up in
it's near
close,
Lexington,
in between Elizabethtown and Lexington. So they got a new system, and I believe he brought his entire coaching staff down here with him from Anderson County. I don't know much about Anderson County, but so they're implementing a new system here. Squib kick by Perkins, taken by number 17. He's wrapped up by Trace Darrington and number 55. Coleman Stone in on that tackle.
Coleman Stone is going to be a good linebacker. He's a good linebacker now. He's just playing behind some seniors.
Right.
Oh, the coaches are very high on him.
He's got some good mentors in front of him, that's for sure.
Very, very much so. Crittenden, or Trigg County gets the ball. 1st and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. 7:49 in this first quarter. Scores tied 7-7. They've got a wide out each side. Unbalanced to this left side. Handoff to Martin, and he is the speedster.
Oh, he's very fast. He is very fast.
Ooh, and he was tripped up by number 12, Tyler Boone.
I'm telling you what, he exploded.
He is
he the guy you're saying
fast.
that runs a 4.5?
Yes, and that was 4.5 speed. That was.
And he was picking up.
Wow. And I was skeptical of it at first, but that was 4.5 speed. And
he just hit a different gear when he got on the edge.
Yeah, he got out on that edge and
good for another Wildcat first down.
Was running.
He is
1st and 10 for Trigg County. Ball is inside the red zone on the 15-yard line.
42 yards on that carry.
That was a 42-yard gain for Martin. Split backs. Counter given to Martin again. He's wrapped up this time by number 79, Dylan Yates, and he's going to lose 4 or 5 yards on that play. Dylan Yates, we call his name a lot. He is playing very well on that defensive line.
Well, Dylan Yates in another year or this offseason, he'll be getting some of those Murray State, those OVC looks. You mark my words. Because he is the real deal ball player. He's got good size. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
He is just a junior.
And he plays with a passion, too.
2nd and 15 for Trigg County. Going twins to the far side.
It's an obvious passing down situation right here.
Martin out wide on the near side. Quarterback is all alone. Weesy's looking for Martin. Throws it up, and that ball is picked off in the end zone by number 8, Luke Mundy.
Luke's a kid that stopped playing. He didn't play in middle school, if I remember right, or maybe he didn't play the first year or so in high school, but he's grown. He's really worked out. Luke looks really good.
And that quarterback stared he knew where he wanted to go when that play started, and Mundy did a great job of reading his eyes and coming up and high pointing that football.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rockets on the 20. 6:18 in this first quarter. Score is 7-7. You can hear the Rocket Nation cheering on their Rockets on that far sideline over there. Bad snap, or it was a fumble snap. And number 4, Martin, has picked it up, and he will score. To be honest with you, it looked like Luke Crider was not ready for that snap.
Yeah, it looked like it hit him. It just hit him in the chest, and he really wasn't ready for it.
15 yards on that fumble return for a defensive touchdown.
Woo, that's shooting yourself in the foot bad.
Keller nickel ball for the point after attempt.
Okay.
Bo Hendricks at the hole.
Is that Cook? It's good.
Hold, kick
is good.
With 6:11 remaining in the first quarter, our new score.
Trigg County 14, Crittenden County 7.
Saying they can't hear me.
6:11 in this first quarter. Turnover there. Again, it looked like he wasn't ready for the snap. Hit him off the right side, and he dove on it, tried to get it. It squirted out, and Martin picked it up for them and returned that for a 15-yard touchdown.
I was just going to say that the interception. We talked about how Trigg doesn't turn the ball over a lot. And what that means for us is we can't turn the ball over a lot. If they're not going to turn, which I know they just threw a pick, but if they're not going to turn the ball over, we can't turn the ball over.
Oh, you're exactly right, Ball. And turnovers have been a problem for us. Last week, turnovers were in our favor. We turned Murray over 6 times last week. They threw 4 interceptions, and that shows you that young secondary that we've been talking about is getting better and better, and they've already proved it there. We got a pick in the end zone. Right now, the turnover battle is 1-1, but they scored a touchdown off of theirs.
That is a big +6 in the points off turnover category. Here comes the kick. Morganson and Tabor back deep.
Ball bounces. Preston Morganson on the far side. It's going to be downed at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. 6:04 in this first quarter. Maybe we are in for a shootout.
I would rather it's not be, but
Well, I know it's early in the game, but you watch this Crittenden team for the past 2 weeks, and man, hey, we've really got something. We're playing good football, and then something like this kind of happens tonight, and you just really hope they can shake it off and get back to playing the kind of football they were playing last week.
Last week, we really felt like they turned the corner and started playing football like we expect them to. Trips to the right. They're running that same play. It looks like screen to the tight end. Turley crossing midfield. He's going to be tackled at the 40. That is a gain of 30 yards. Xander
stumbling, bumbling, man.
Absolutely brilliant play call.
The tight end screen. Well, it was set up off of that last play.
Right,
Xander went out to the wide side, and he was open again.
Right, he was. And they're trying to cover him with the weak side linebacker. And I don't know
that
why.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, our strong side linebacker, I'm sorry.
Trips to the near side.
Oh, we can't do that.
Woo, I thought that was picked, man.
That was very close to an interception. And Trigg County in that press coverage,
right.
If you don't get your block.
Exactly right. You cannot. It is hard to run screens effectively against press coverage, and that's even blocking right.
And you got to whip the ball.
And Trigg knew that was coming. They've watched film this week.
Twins to the near side, twins to the far side. Xander is offset to the left.
Probably a handoff here to get the 3rd down more manageable.
Coach Qualls is giving the signal. Do you still know the signals?
Yeah, I do, and that's not going to be a handoff right here.
Slant, complete.
To
number 80? Do we have a number 80?
I think that's Bryson Baker. He is a man of many uniforms. Every different week.
Yeah, it's Bryson Baker. He's been wearing 30. He's also worn number 8. So,
which Luke Mundy's wearing now, right?
Luke Mundy is wearing now. Same formation for the Rockets. Give it to Xander. He's got a hole. There is a flag.
First one of the night.
First one of the night. He's tackled by number
Brought down by number
58.
5, Jaden Vaughn. There is a
He
flag on
almost
the
looked like
play.
he turned an ankle.
Preliminary indication is holding against Crittenden
I
County.
think they,
Tackle was Cole Renfro
and I think
for
they got
Trigg County.
and I think they got Ian Ellington for the hold right there. So this ball's going to come back. And to answer your question, Tanner, yes, I still do know the signs, but I try to keep that out of the broadcast.
No wonder you making all
But
these
yeah,
calls.
sometimes my Tony Romo insight isn't a whole lot of Tony Romo insight, and just a lot of
Well,
slot
the
receiver
secret
insight.
comes out. I've just been guessing. You've got a little insider info here.
He's kind of acting like he knows all this.
Yeah, but I can't be doing that.
All right.
It's probably not good information to have out.
First and 20. Going to replay that down. Trips to the right. Turley wide out to the left against Martin. That's certainly a height advantage. Bryson Baker over the middle. He's
Complete again to number 80.
There's another flag on the near side.
I missed that one. You have to call this one, Tanner.
Baker.
That was a 20-yard gain. That's a sideline warning, it looks like, against Trigg County.
Jaden Vaughn on that stop for the Wildcats.
Still haven't heard a call or seen a call.
It was a sideline warning. I think here it comes.
Looks like it's going to be second and short.
And you've got the best power running game in you know, a lot of 1A football. Let's line up and run the ball here for about 6 yards, however far off we are.
That penalty will give the Rockets first and goal at the 8.
Sportsmanlike? I thought it was.
Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike.
I'd dial up about 4 doses of Xander Tabor, maybe one of Caden to accent that.
This is that deuce
Monster.
formation.
I think maybe Monster. I think that might have been what it was called.
Full house backfield. Xander Tabor deep. Handoff is to Xander. He's going to walk in. Touchdown Crittenden County.
No flags.
No flags on the play. 5:02 in this first quarter.
I would really like to see more of that, but that's kind of old school football. Line up and run at somebody.
All right.
Did they have that when you graduated in 2010, Mike?
You got to go on back a little further than that.
Swinging gate. Check out event. We're going to kick the extra point.
This kick by Noah Perkins will be to tie the ball game at 14. Right now, Murray leads Tillman 7-0 with 2 minutes 48 seconds in that first quarter. Kick is good.
Remaining in our first quarter, our new score, Trigg County 14.
Tie ball game.
14.
5:02 in this first quarter, 14-14.
Ethan, we did get rid of the leather helmets, and we
Okay.
got real helmets.
I do have a serious question. Did y'all run the swinging gate when you were in high school?
We've run the swinging gate here as long as I can remember.
That's what I thought.
Wildcat fans, we want to again thank our 2020 corporate sponsors.
We just got another update. Murray and Tillman is now tied. Tillman returned the kickoff. 7-7 there. I know another game people are going to have their eyes on is Mayfield and Caldwell. Haven't heard from that yet. Want to thank our sponsors, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Tent and Detail. They are moving locations out to their house on Highway 60, Orb Taylor Road. H&H Home and Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, C-Plant Federal Credit Union. Noah Perkins back to kick. They've got Martin, Deep, Parham, and Vaughn on each side. Squib kick taken by number 19 at the 35. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled at the 38-yard line. Well, last time our defense was out on the field, they got a 3-and-out.
Right. Well, no, they threw an interception, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, they did. They got a 3-and-out, and then they got an interception.
Yeah, they had a big run.
Martin.
No, I don't think that we've got a 3-and-out yet, have we, Tanner? Not to argue, but have we?
No, we did.
Okay, we did. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Martin is back deep in the backfield. Handoff is given to him.
Oh,
Fumble!
ball. And I
Caden
think
McAllister's down on the bottom of that pile.
someone, it's gonna be. There's the ball sticking right out. Trigg's got the football.
Crittenden football. I think Braxton Winters handed him the football.
Yeah, something happened. I wasn't for sure what was going on.
There was a scrum dog pile, and someone stuck the football out with their hand, and the referee on the near side grabbed it. I'm going to give it to Braxton Winters. I think he was right there.
I won't argue that.
I know Caden looked to be the guy that had the best
I guarantee
opportunity.
there was some scrapping going on
I
down
guarantee
there.
that. A lot of pinching and poking and.
There we go. Crittenden County forces the second turnover of the ballgame. Now, Martin is fast, athletic, but he is not very big.
No, he's not.
And he was running straight up.
Straight up.
I don't think he's a natural running back. I think he's more of that receiver slot, but he's dangerous. You got to get him the ball.
He's a problem either way.
Two tight ends set for the Rockets. Reverse to Preston Morganson. He's got one guy to beat, and it's Martin. And he makes the tackle down at inside the 15-yard line.
I don't think we'll win a foot race with him all night.
No. Brought down by number 4 as well as Martin.
That was a good-looking play, guys.
I like it.
Very good-looking play. Gain of about 30 yards on that play. Rockets staying with the two tight end formation. Morganson out wide to the near side. Handoff is to Xander off that left end. He's got an edge. He's jumping, hopping, still on his feet.
Get up the field. Run north and south.
And
Go
he was wrapped up by number 12, Kendrick Adams, and finished off by two other Trigg County Wildcats. He did a whole lot of running and ended up not gaining anything.
Mike, at one time, and Tanner, it looked like he had about a 5-yard gain before he turned around and ran.
You got to plant that foot and go north at that.
Which he's done a better job of that the last 2 weeks.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock just rolled under 4 minutes in this first quarter. Handoff to the right side to Xander. Makes a cut. He runs over number 18 as he crossed the goal line.
And I don't think
That's the way that we thought it ought to run.
And I don't think that he necessarily had to run over that guy to get in the end zone. I think he just wanted to hit somebody.
No, he didn't have to run
No,
over.
he wasn't even. That game wasn't even really in the play.
Please, Xander, don't hurt him.
Right.
No swinging gate here.
For the first time ever.
For the first time in the history of Rocket football. Perkins back to kick. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. Crittenden County leads 21-14, 3 minutes, 44 seconds in this first quarter, which is turning out to be a shootout.
We have seen a lot of football back and forth, turnovers.
Right.
I mean,
we've seen a lot of sloppy football, a lot of defensive breakdowns, a lot of turnovers. Not what we were hoping to see.
Well, we're on pace for a 3-hour football game again tonight.
And this isn't a showcase of offenses tonight. This is just and I'm not putting anybody down, but it's just a sloppy play tonight.
You can see it when we have the ball. About everything we do works. Trigg County just doesn't seem to be that well of a tackling team.
Right.
They seem to be in a lot of in position on some plays, but I don't know. Anyway.
Either way,
You hate to see it.
give Trigg County credit where it's due because everybody had wrote them off coming up here.
And we're in a one-touchdown ball game,
Right.
3:44 in the first quarter. Rockets lead 21-14. Parham on the far side, Martin in the middle, Vaughn on the near side, and that kick is to number 19. And he's on his feet, crosses the 40, brought down by number 17, Preston Morganson.
5 yards on that return.
It's going to give Trigg County 1st and 10 at the 41. We want to thank Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, Derek Myers, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, Dr. Adria Porter, and Shara Solutions.
tonight. Or more than usual.
First and 10 for Trigg County. Handoff up the middle to Parham. Good hard run. Gain of 8 on that play.
That's just lining up with their linemen blowing off the ball, making a hole, and their back staying behind them. Good run.
And that's a good play call there from Trigg. I was expecting them to be under pressure and try to pass the ball to try to eat up the score.
Parham looks more like a true running back.
Nice pickup there for Trigg County on that play, guys.
He has gotten the majority of the carries for Trigg County on the season. Number 1, Weiss is in the pistol. Martin back deep. It's going to be a give to Martin. Hits that hole hard. He's grabbed by number 12, Tyler Boone.
Up the middle.
He's got the first down.
Yeah, it's a first down.
Gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on the play.
Guys, run defense. It's not there tonight.
Hey, and that's our bread and butter, man.
It is.
That's what we
There
say.
he is good for another Wildcat. First down.
You see how fast he got to the line of scrimmage
I'm
there.
telling you what, it's insane. This kid is fast for those of y'all watching
He's
at home.
5'10", 149 pounds.
And can fly. And here, watch him here in the slot. Usually when they send him out wide,
Trips to the far side. Handoff up the middle to Parham. He's caught at the line of scrimmage by number 12, Tyler Boone.
Trigg County.
It's going to be no gain on the play.
You see no hesitation when they ran that play. It was just a real quick dive, and you got to be on your horse, or they're going to be by you before you can react.
2:10 in this first quarter. Rockets lead 21-14. Trigg County just crossed midfield. Wideouts each side. Sending Martin in motion to the right. Got a screen to the near side to Parham.
That we got to be careful with that,
That's
guys.
a targeting call.
Did they throw a flag?
He didn't, but that should have been
We got to be very careful doing
Caden
that.
McAllister came in and gobbled him up.
Number 22, Caden McAllister,
And
making that stop.
That was just as helmet could be. Helmet to
You
helmet.
can hear it from up
It
here.
was, and they both got a headache after that. I promise. I've been there before, on the getting hit version, not the hitting someone version.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Twins to each side. Number 32 is offset to the left of the quarterback. Weiss, it is a pass. He's eyeing number 11 right through his hands.
Intended for number 11.
That's Dylan Skinner.
We got some extracurriculars
Yeah, we've
out
got a
there, guys.
personal foul, and I think it's going to be on Trigg County's lineman right there.
It looks like he's pointing to Dylan Yates and number 54. It's going to be offsetting penalties, I hope. .107 in this first quarter. Rockets lead 21-14. Here comes the call. Personal foul against the Rockets. Personal foul against Trigg. Offset. It's going to be 4th down.
Like conduct against Crittenden County and Trigg County. Penalties offset.
It's going to force a punt here for Trigg County.
For the Wildcats.
They are across midfield. And they are snapping it to number 5. The punter, Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn on the punt for the Wildcats.
Looks like the Rockets are selling out for the block here. Good high kick. It's going to be fielded by Caden McAllister. He fumbled it and recovered it, and it's going to be the Rockets' ball at the 18-yard line.
And I'm not making excuses, guys, but these lights, I'm telling you, these lights make it hard to catch punts out here.
It really lights the field up well, though. I mean, you can really see.
It does, but I'm telling you, as soon as you look up above field playing level for a ball in the air, you get nothing but lights.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rockets.
18-yard line.
Ball's at the 18. 1 minute remains in this first quarter.
Cannot throw an interception here. We cannot turn the ball over on this side of the field.
Right now, the Rockets lead the turnover battle 2-1. Bunch formation, taking a shot deep to
There it is.
Caleb Nesbitt. That ball's intercepted by number 5, Jaden Vaughn.
That's exactly what we just said we cannot do.
Yeah, what I just
Cannot do. Put the ball up, and it's got that much loft, and you're working against quick guys. I'm telling you, they've got some really fast guys in the secondary, and you put those balls up long like that.
And he baited him. He left that receiver open long enough for Crowder to throw it, and as soon as he flipped his hips to throw the ball, the defender dropped his and got over there in a hurry.
I'm with you, Ethan. I say we hand the ball off until we can't hand it off.
I understand. Yeah,
First
I agree.
and 10 for Trigg County, ball on the 40. Wideouts each side. Ball is given to number 4, Martin. He is met by Noah McGowan, Caden McAllister, and Luke Mundy in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
I don't know if Trigg's got a play action pass in the playbook, but the way these linebackers are coming downhill right now, trying to stop the run, being aggressive, it'd be something to look for if you're Crittenden County's defense.
23 seconds to go in the first. Scores 21-14, Crittenden.
Yeah, we have done a bad job about telling the score, haven't we?
Not too bad.
I've only said it 17
I
times.
haven't got
I'm
any
just
text
messing.
messages yet, so we're doing all right.
Just messing.
Twins to the far side. They're going to let this clock run out. At the end of the first quarter, Rockets lead 21-14.
And that's the end of our first quarter.
We want to thank Whitetail Properties,
Well, our score, Crittenden
Johnson's
21,
Furniture,
Trigg County,
Mulligan
14.
Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Custom Tent and Detailing, and they are moving locations out on Orb Taylor Road. H&H Home and Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Mike, Ethan, sloppy first quarter, 4 turnovers, 2 each way.
Right. We just can't afford to play that kind of football. If we're going to make a serious postseason run, when we get into teams like your Country Day or your Bethlehems or even maybe your Russellville, you never know what they have. But in these tight football games, not tonight, but games with playoff implications where both teams are going to come ready to play, we just cannot afford to turn the ball over like we have been doing. That's our 8th interception on the year. We've probably had 2 or 3 more fumbles on top of that. And double-digit turnovers in the 4th game, it's not what you want to have at this point in the season.
Mike, what do you got?
The camera is what I've got. This is what we talked about a while ago, guys. You know, we're still early in the season if you look at game-wise, but we've got to up our game. We can't be playing like this.
2nd and 11 for Trigg County. First play of the second quarter coming your way. Brought to you by Whitetail Properties and the Crittenden Press. Noah McGowan jumps off sides. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
And as a down lineman and playing that, you're trying to anticipate any ball movement at all, and it's so easy to do that on cadence. I mean,
with that being said, our defense has done. Our defense has not had a whole lot of penalties this year, and I think that's probably the first offsides I've seen them have, or real few if they have had more.
Updated score for you: Webster County 6, Caverna 0. Rockets will play Caverna next week
on the road
in the Caverna.
Good 3.5-hour drive, isn't it?
Yes.
Wideouts each side. Up back motions to the near side. That is a pass on a slant to Martin. He was brought down by Preston Morganson immediately.
Reese's pass complete to number 5.
Think he's got enough for the first down.
Looks like we've got a hurt player, guys. See up.
Jaden Vaughn was shaken up on that play. He caught the pass and Preston Morganson came in and tackled him low and took him out.
Tanner, these receivers aren't real sure-handed. He kind of bobbled that one for a split second. The touchdown pass was bobbled. So as a DB, be ready for a loose ball popping up in the air off a tip pass or a drop pass. Try to take advantage of that. They're coming back out. They're lined up in the spread. Looks like they got trips right going with the flank.
First and 10, Trigg County. Dump pass over the middle to the tight end, number 18,
Jacob Wiesbeck.
You asked
from
about
Benjamin
Caldwell
Ray,
Mayfield. My brother
Wallace.
just texted me and said that game's on some sort of delay. Not really for sure, but they have not started yet.
And look what happened right there. They ran that play action pass I talked about. There wasn't a linebacker at home. They'd all came in on the run, and there was a wide open pass for eight or 9 yards right there. So we've got to watch that play action pass as the night goes on. And a good play call right there.
Well, it was kind of the same play where they scored that first touchdown.
It's something real similar to it, yep.
2nd and 9.
And I'd imagine we're going to see a run right here.
Wideouts each side. 2 up backs. Motion to the near side. Martin. He's got a hole.
It's coming back.
Did he get in?
We got to hold him back here, I'm pretty
Charles
sure.
Martin carries it 21 yards.
Holding.
For a parent.
I was just given the update that the lights are out at Mayfield right now.
Holding is the indication against Trigg
That's
County.
what Terry thought. He said he wasn't for sure. Some kind of a power outage.
And it's probably all the light power they have got here at Trigg tonight.
It
They
is
are
bright.
raging here in Trigg County tonight.
Big break for us there, guys.
That is a huge break.
It's going to be 2nd and 14.
But hey, you've got to line up and stop them again now.
You know, we talked about it before. Trigg County has got the men to move the football.
Well, against that number 4, you cannot let him get that edge.
14
He is too
for the
fast.
Wildcats after the penalty.
Already, I can tell you he is the best high school football player I have seen in a local game in a long time.
The best or the fastest?
The speed factor. Speed kills.
Gotcha.
Speed kills.
There you go. Twins to the far side. Martin is in the slot on the far side. One wide out this way. It is a pass. He overthrew his receiver, number 11,
Jacob
Dylan
Jackson,
Skinner.
Number 11, Dylan Skinner, ball's incomplete.
And this Rocket pass rush is really making him uneasy back there. He's been historically
Third
an
down
accurate
and
quarterback
14
this
for the
season,
Wildcats.
and he's just kind of missing throws that you would expect this kid to make, judging on previous film.
Yeah. I don't know if he overthrew him or thought he was running a different route.
He hasn't been on his mark yet tonight. Hasn't got a chance to get real settled in.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Ball is at the 33-yard line, 9:59 in this second quarter.
They need a big play. They're going to go to their big-time player.
Going to wheel route. And Tyler Boone brought him down.
Did he take a slide?
He kind of
No,
dropped down.
I think he saw Tyler Boone, and the fear in him made him go down.
Okay.
It's going to be 4th.
All right, you're kin to him. You can say that.
He didn't want any of that. It's going to be, you can hear the clapping from the Trigg County sideline here. It looks like a player, number 22, Parham, is going in the ambulance. We hope he is all right.
Did you guys see him
Coming out
get
of the field,
hurt?
Trigg County.
No, I
He
completely
was-
missed it.
No,
That's the first
that
time
was
out.
the tackle.
That was the
where
other kid, yeah.
Caden McAllister
Oh, was that him?
on the tackle.
Okay.
Where they went head to head?
Yeah. It's going to be 4th and 23.
Old school, that was a great tackle. New rules, it's not.
We're lucky to still have Caden in the game with us after that. Is it one target in high school or is it 2?
I don't know
I
the
think
targeting rule in high school.
I think
Is there
it's
not
one.
like 2 calls there? It's like
There's one extreme. There's one on it. So if they got you for lowering your helmet like you did, and targeting the other player's helmet also like you did, then
Well, it wasn't malicious on
no,
Kate.
he didn't mean to.
It was
but as far as
it
just
ended
how
up
it
being that
happened.
way because Parham kind of
Right.
ducked
and that might
at
not
the
be
same
that
time.
might be why they didn't call it. But no, he did not try to hurt him, and he didn't try to do
No, I
that.
don't
It just
think
it
he
just
came
how
in
it
trying to
happened.
spear, but
But-
it still ended
But the
up
way
with
it
a hurt
looked,
player.
but the way it looked,
It
Yeah,
was
it
very
was
close.
not.
it's
It
a
was very
bang bang
close.
call, and
We
that
got-
could have went either way.
4th and 24 for Trigg County. They're in the punt formation. Another high kick that's short, surrounded by 4 Trigg County players.
Well, we wish that young man the best and hope that he's not hurt
We
bad.
certainly do hope he's all right.
It's going to be Rockets ball, 1st and 10 at
Trigg County will down
the
the
18-yard line.
All right, we'll try this again. Mike, we cannot have any turnovers right here.
Let's try to keep the ball on the ground for a few plays.
I'd like to see it.
I would too.
We'll put it in play first and 10.
Rockets lead 21-14 with 9:11 to go in this second quarter. We want to thank Deer Lakes Golf Course. Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, Shara Solutions for making this broadcast possible on the Crittenden Press YouTube channel. Twins each side. Xander Tabor offset to the left, sending him in motion. Preston Morganson got a catch, broke a tackle. He's got one man to beat. That's Jaden Vaughn, and he will beat him. That is a touchdown. 82 yards. Luke Crider to Preston Morganson.
No flags, no flags.
And we've talked about it. Preston Morganson might be our most dangerous player with the football in his hand. Last week, Murray kept him to one catch.
Now, is he a sophomore or junior?
He is a sophomore.
Wow.
82 yards on that play. Luke Crider's second touchdown pass of the night. Perkins' kick is good.
It was up and good.
Rockets lead 28-14, 8:56 in this second quarter.
My wife.
Yeah, and Tanner, you're definitely right about him being the most dangerous player with the ball in his hands. And I would say that if he keeps up, stays at the receiver position, there might be a few records coming his way before too long.
He's so shifty and elusive. You know, he caught that in traffic and made two guys miss right at the initial point where he caught the football. And then it was a foot race, and Vaughn, who had the angle on him and is a pretty fast player, he outran him.
Right, he did. He did.
I say we squib this one again. What do y'all think's going to happen?
I wouldn't argue with that.
28-14, 8:56 in this second quarter. Again, big play. I mean, we've talked about it, the tackling of this Trigg County defense. And the Rocket offense is feasting on it so far. Perkins with the kick. It is a squib kick up the middle. Kendrick Adams fields it at the 30. He's still on his feet. He's got the edge, and he is tackled at the 47-yard line.
Kendrick Adams on the return.
Brought down by number 1, Trent Guess.
Returns at 12 yards.
He
Seth.
almost had a...
Trent Guess is his dad. Seth Guess
Seth Guess.
made
There
that
you go.
tackle.
Trent Gass would like to have his name hollered
Just
again.
across the Wildcat 45-yard line, call it 46-yard line, where the Trigg County will have it 1st and 10.
That was cool when Michael Crabtree was playing
Texas
professional.
Tech
Yeah.
for the 49ers. Yep. All right. It looks like Twins to the far side. Going with the option. Luke Mundy's all over it. So is Noah McGowan. That was a pitch to Kendrick Adams, and he had nowhere to go.
Really good coverage on that. They swarmed. Everybody came over, and that's the way you draw that up.
I think we've probably watched that play on Huddle a few times this week.
Well, you know, I saw it a couple times too, and one thing I noticed is he really don't keep it. And so that's something to remember. That's a key factor in the option. Second,
one half of the option.
That is one half. That is one of the options.
Yes.
2nd and 16 or 17. Trigg County give up the middle to Kendrick Adams. He was tackled at the line of scrimmage by number 79, Dylan Yates. Once again, going beast mode, Mr. Yates at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Score is 28-14. 7:46 to go in the second quarter. Rockets lead.
Making a stop.
You done that lately?
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Done it 3 times
for the
since the
Wildcat.
9/11 mark. I don't know if that's considered a lot or
We
not.
just need to keep everybody informed.
Yeah. Trips to the far side. One wide out near. That is a pass. It's a screen set up to Kendrick Adams. Dylan Yates read that beautifully and tackled him out of bounds at
Kendrick Adams on
the
the reception.
45-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 12.
79, Dylan Yates leading the way on that stop.
So we've seen they line up. They've got several athletes, and they're liable to line them up anywhere just so they can get on the ball. It's the first time we've seen Kendrick Adams line up in the backfield. He was the tight end that caught the opening drive touchdown. Vaughn with the sky punt once again. Cade McAllister called the fair catch and caught that at the 33. We want to thank Whitetail Properties, Johnson's Furniture, all the people out in Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub watching this football game. Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance. 7-10 in this second quarter. Rockets lead 28-14. We got an update on the Caldwell game. Looks like Mayfield leads 7-0 as they are underway in Mayfield. All right, let's see if this Rocket offense and Coach Thompson can keep this big play offense rolling. And we have a whistle. This guy, somebody's got too many men on the field. Or is that
Flag on the play.
delay a game?
Delay of game against the Rockets.
How do you get a delay a game coming off the sideline?
Second down, first down and 15.
1st and 15 for the Rockets.
I was wondering what the holdup was.
Twins to each side. Xander is offset to the right. Preston Morganson coming in motion. It is a pass. Got Preston on a wheel route and just overthrown.
Pass intended for number 17, Morganson, falls incomplete.
Going to bring up 2nd and 15.
For Trigg County.
We're behind the sticks.
2nd and 15 for the Rockets. 7:05 in this second quarter. Rockets are up 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Twins to each side. Nesbitt in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Xander Tabor gashing him up the middle. Still on his feet. Being run down by number 11, and he will not be caught. That is a touchdown, Crittenden County.
That was a hole big enough to drive a truck through, too. That was a great job of the line. And
That was a huge hole that
it
he
was
had
huge.
there.
And a great job by Xander Tabor showing off that speed a little bit.
74-yard touchdown.
And now we're kind of getting back to the football we expected to come in here play tonight.
74. So the last touchdown was 80 yards. That one's 74. I mean, a massive hole right up the middle. Noah Perkins with the kick. It's up. And he is still perfect on the season. Rockets lead 35-14, 6:53 in this second quarter. We want to thank Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Tent and Detailing, H&H Home Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Ethan, what are you thinking?
I think we're getting back to the football we expected to be playing when we got here tonight. We just had a kind of a slow, sluggish start. Players weren't necessarily as fired up as you'd want them to be. You know, overall the talk that's been going on about how we'll just roll over. It's hard to get fired up for a game you're supposed to blow somebody out.
And I think they came in here overlooking them, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, they had a – and we've looked at them on film. They have a lot of talent over here.
It's real easy to look and see, well, we handled Murray pretty good, and Murray blew them out, so this should be a contest. And
Tillman leads Murray 14-13, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 14-13 Tillman over Murray, 5 minutes in the second quarter. Perkins with the kick. It is fielded at the 40-yard line by number 19. He has a 4-yard return to the 44. Again, we want to thank Whitetail Properties, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance. Looks like The defense has got the two big boys on the ends. Noah McGowan, Preston Turley on each end. Dylan Yates is out. Lathan Easley is the nose guard. Got a wishbone type formation in the backfield. Sends Martin in motion to the far side. Looking to throw to Martin. Almost picked off by Noah Perkins.
Jacob Weiss pass intended for number 4, Jaquelis Martin. Falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10.
It's going to be 2nd and 10, Trigg County. 6:44 in this second quarter. Rockets lead 35-14.
Starting to get cold too.
Starting to see my breath.
Yep. And if you're playing, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's the best weather you can play in.
2nd and 10, Trigg County. Wideouts each side, slots on each side. They're going to motion to an unbalanced double slot. Pass is thrown to number 11 on the slant. He is brought down by number 11.
That's close.
Number 11,
To a first.
Trace Darrington makes that tackle. It's going to be short.
Into Crittenden County territory.
No, it's not
That's what I
going
said,
to
it
be
was
short.
Close.
Pretty generous spot, I think.
Well, the far side official was a
Reception
good
is for
yard
another
shy of the line.
Wildcat. First down.
It's going to be 1st and 10, Trigg County. 6:36 and the clock is running. They have crossed midfield. Sticking with that single wide out each side, motioning to unbalanced. This going with a counter to Martin. Can't let him get the edge, and he's wrapped up by number
Martin carries to the far side.
That's a high five.
31, Preston Turley. Number 12, Tyler Boone.
Boone leading the way on that stop for Crittenden County. Maddox Paulson also in on that stop.
Clock rolls under the 6-minute mark.
2nd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
14-0, Mayfield.
Mayfield's up 14-0 on Caldwell County. Crittenden leads this one 35-14. Paducah Tillman and Murray are at a 14-13 Tillman lead. Taking a shot to Vaughn down here.
Oh, that's not a good call.
That is not a good call.
That is.
We're going to get Trace Darrington for pass interference. He was guilty last week, but he was not guilty there, in my opinion.
That should have been a no call right there.
Defensive pass interference is the call against Crittenden County.
Trace is asking the official
he
what
really
he did
doesn't
alone.
like the call, and I don't like it either.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
That automatic.
Automatic first down. No, I don't know if it's an automatic first down or not.
It is because we were far enough down, but I just wondered if that was.
It is.
1st and 10 for the Rockets, or for Trigg County, I'm sorry. 29-yard line. Pop pass down here to Vaughn. He is tackled by Carlson, number 4.
Maddox Carlson on the stop, number 4 for Crittenden County. That is a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Clock approaches the 5-minute mark. Trigg County's driving right now. Of course, they got a big penalty there on the pass interference. It's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 24. Twins to the far side. Handoff is up the middle to Kendrick Adams. He is met by Caden McAllister and Tyler Boone.
Kenny Adams on the carry for Trigg County.
Looks like that's going to be a loss of 1.
Rev's sorting something out right here.
Yeah, I heard an extra whistle.
Not sure, and there is a flag on the play, and he's pointing against the Rockets.
I believe that might have been Tyler with a late hit, or he might have got him for targeting. Face mask.
They got a face mask against the Rockets.
Is that a 5 or a 10?
Looks like it's a 5-yard variety.
5-yard variety.
Got an echo in here. It's going to be first down for Trigg County at the 18.
After the penalty, that is good for another Wildcat. First down.
Trigg County's driving here. Rockets need to get a stop.
You know, we don't need to let them get right back in this ball game.
No, we sure don't.
Pass. Taking a shot up. He could call the offensive pass interference on that one.
Pass intended for number 11,
Right.
Dylan Skinner.
Good play there by Trace Darrington.
Trigg's a score and a stop for being right back in the middle of
Trace
things.
Darrington.
Got to
brings up
update
second down
the
and 10
turnover
for the Wildcats.
woes for Murray continue. They've already committed 3 turnovers in the first half against Paducah Tillman. Twins to the far side. One wide out to the near side. Handoff up the middle to Kendrick Adams. Still on his feet.
Kendrick Adams up the middle
Tackled
for a
by
strong run.
Braxton Winters and Caden McAllister.
Down near the 10-yard
It's
line.
going to be 3rd and short
You know, those
for
little,
Trigg County.
those little quick hitters that they're doing up the middle like that, they've been pretty successful.
They have
with
been.
that.
3rd down and 2 for the
Well,
Wildcats.
Kendrick is a
The Rockets
big
10-yard
human
line.
being, 6'2", 210. Not easy to bring down.
And now you got the matchup nightmare of both Kendrick and Martin in the backfield at the same time.
Wideouts each side for Trigg County. Twin backs. They're going to take a timeout. 3:35 in this second quarter. Rockets lead 35-14, but Trigg County is threatening. We want to thank Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank and Derek Myers, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, Dr. Adria Porter, Shara Solutions on the New York Stock Exchange for making this broadcast on the Crittenden Press YouTube channel possible. Shout out to all the people up there at Mulligan's watching this football game. We've had some good, we've had some bad, but right now the good is outweighing the bad. Rockets lead 35-14.
With Trigg County driving the ball down the field. 3rd down with about, what, 3
What do you
yards?
think they're going to do, Ethan?
Well, it looks like they're going to come out in the Wildcat.
Going, they got Kendrick Adams in the Wildcat, and it's right up the middle, and he's still on his feet. He's got the first down. No, he does not.
Kenny Adams from the Wildcat carries it down to the
Yes, he
he
does
got
have the first down.
5-yard line.
It's playing
for
tricks on
another
me, too.
Wildcat. First down.
Those sticks are a long ways away
They
from
are.
where he was. 1st and goal, ball is on the 6. Clock is running, should be running at 3:28.
No, they just came off a timeout. No, they just ran. He just ran it. I'm sorry. I'm a play behind tonight.
He's trying to
be
get him to
running.
run the
They're
clock.
trying to.
Wildcats.
That guy doing the windmill motion is signaling to the clock operator. Twins to the far side. Oh, fumble on the play. Rockets have the football.
That's huge right there.
That is huge. They were getting ready to have a chance to get right back in this ball game.
Snap came to the quarterback, Weiss. He fumbled it. It bounced right to Kendrick, and he tried to catch it in midair. Was unable to do so, and I couldn't see who came up with that.
I want to say it was Tyler, wasn't it?
They're on 7-yard line.
Tyler Boone on the
I
recovery.
think so.
I'm watching this on a really small screen. I couldn't tell you.
Is that too tight?
No.
Okay.
I've had it there all night. Do you think at home it's too tight? Too far away? Too close up?
All right, kind of backed
I
up
don't know.
here. We got to really be careful with the football.
Looks good to me. All right. When that full house backfield, 2 tight ends split out, and we're taking a shot.
Uh-oh.
He was hit as he threw it,
Oh,
and I'm not sure what he's going to call.
He's going to go for pass interference, I'd imagine, but
Number 22,
one, that was an uncatchable ball.
There is a flag on the play.
Two, I didn't see a whole lot of contact there.
I didn't either.
So it could be a holding call in the secondary.
If it's pass interference against Trigg, I'm going to say it's a makeup call.
Well, I don't like it. I like it as a Crittenden County
Pass
fan.
interference
Pass
against Trigg County.
interference is a call against
Rockets lead this game,
Wildcats.
3:06 in the second quarter, 35-14. They were backed up in the end zone.
That wasn't a good call.
We'll chalk that up as a makeup call because that was not a good call.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rockets at the 23.
And that hurts them. That gives us some breathing room and a little bit more room for error.
Certainly.
Crittenden County has it 1st and 10.
Rockets are in this.
Their own 24-yard line.
Twins at each side. They've got Tyler Boone and Braxton Winters on the near side. That's an unusual combo. Going with the sweep right to Xander. Preston Turley with a roach. And somebody laid a hit
And Thompson's wanting a late hit call
on Xander Tabor.
That hit was slightly after the whistle.
That was Kendrick Adams who met Xander Tabor over there on the sideline.
I don't think he.
58 Cole Renfro making a hit, big hit for the Wildcats.
And I don't think he meant to do that. He just didn't have a whole lot of time to stop right after that whistle call.
It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Rockets going to a different personnel, a little bit smaller personnel. The two, Braxton and Tyler Boone. Right now the clock is stopped at 2:55. Ball is on the 26-yard line. I don't see a play clock anywhere.
No, I just saw the ref, though. He just now put the time on him.
Trips to the near side. And that was a screen to Caleb Nesbitt. It was a little low to the ground, and he did not make the catch.
Well, the timing was off. I think Nesbitt took an extra half step or an extra step selling that bubble route and then came back. And by the time he turned around, the ball was already in the air.
Actually works in the Rockets' favor that he didn't catch it because he would have lost 2 yards if he caught that ball on the ground. 2:50 in this second quarter, trips to the far side. Xander is offset to the near side. Kreider back to pass, going up top to Turley. He's caught it, still on his feet. It's a foot race to the 5, and that is a touchdown, Crittenden County.
Preston Turley.
76 yards, Luke Kreider to Preston Turley. That is the 3rd game in a row Preston Turley has caught a touchdown.
That was a good ball and a great catch. And
he threw it up where the
only
6'5"
Turley
guy could get it.
That's right.
Yeah, Turley doesn't look like he's running that fast because his legs are so long. But, I mean,
he is a big human being. It's going to make the score 41-14. Perkins with the kick. It is up. And it is good, 42-14. Shine that clock down there. Show them the scoreboard, 2:38
Trigg County
in the second quarter.
Trigg County 42, Trigg County 14.
Rockets have scored 28 unanswered.
And this is my score prediction for the night, and I don't think it's going to pan out.
It is not going to hold up.
It could, but I don't think so.
Explosive play after explosive play for this Rocket offense, and that is something that we really haven't seen this year.
No, we haven't.
I agree with that 100%.
Our deep field passing looks, I mean, just not, not perfect, but it looks great. I mean, it looks good. It looks like something we could do against good teams and move the ball on. We've had a couple of sloppy turnovers. We don't like seeing that. We had an interception early. Kind of seems like we've kind of starting to ease out of the interceptions. We're starting to get them out of the way. A lot more confident throws.
Well, Luke has thrown a lot of good balls tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Squib kick by Noah Perkins. And it looks
field position.
It gives them. It's kind of like an onside kick, but really, this I think the goal is to keep it away from their dangerous players, and if we have to give the ball to them close to midfield,
8-yard line.
I'm okay with it.
I think they're all right with it. Coaching staff seems to be.
Shows how much faith we have in this defense.
Well,
Yeah, really.
It does.
actually, the defense has only given up 1 touchdown so far on the night. Trigg did put a good drive up the last time they had the ball, but ended in a turnover in the red zone. 1st and 10 for Trigg County. Trips to the near side, handoff up the middle to Kendrick Adams. He is tackled by number 22, Caden McAllister. Gain of 3 on the play.
And if you're Trigg, it's kind of panic time right now. It's time to start trying to take some shots downfield, a few good chunk plays. Not so much worried about the time left in the half, but to get some momentum back, and then even coming into the second half of the ball game, they've got
the
to.
Rockets timeout.
Crittenden County took a timeout. 2:23 in this second quarter. 42-14 is the lead. We want to give a thanks to Whitetail Properties, Mark Williams, for being the headline sponsor of this broadcast. Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Tent Detailing. They are moving to a new location out on Orb Taylor Road. H&H Home Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Seaplant Federal Credit Union, Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, Dr. Adria Porter, and Shara Solutions.
Was that Turley's second touchdown tonight or first? First.
I can't remember.
He had a good reception earlier.
Yeah. I believe that's his third on the year then.
It is. He had 2 coming into tonight, so
Yeah.
Chris Evans will be up here at halftime giving everybody the stats, and there's a lot of them so far. Twins to each side. Weiss back to pass. That pass is completed for a first down, brought down by number 17, Preston Morgeson.
Complete number 5, Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn on that catch. Stops the clock while the chains move. 2:18 in this second quarter.
42-yard line of Crittenden County, and that is good for another Wildcat first down.
1st and 10, Trigg County at the 41.
Again, watch 4 in the slot here. Usually they got some sort of plan when they send him out.
Pop screen pass to number 5, Jaden Vaughn. He is tackled by number 15, Logan Bailey. And Caden McAllister, number 22, assisted on that tackle. Clock is moving, 1:45. Ball is at the 33-yard line. Dylan Yates, Lathan Easley, Noah McGowan. It's hard to get a pass rush on these quick passes. So one thing Trigg County's doing is trying to get the ball out of their quarterback's hands quickly. Twins to each side. Pass to the near sideline is short. Intended for number 5.
Pass intended for number 5, Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn.
He's kind of limping like he's twisted an ankle.
For the Wildcats.
We've got number 60, Ian Ellington, coming in to play at linebacker. Doesn't play here a whole lot, but when he does, he comes in and does a great job. He's a good,
Looks like
fundamentally
he's in
sound guy.
for Braxton Winders right now.
I believe you're right. I think they kind of send Ian out there in passing situations.
3rd and 2. Twins to the far side. Handoff to the near side to Kendrick Adams. Caden McAllister missed the tackle. Tyler Boone
Kenny Adams again on the carry.
made the tackle
Brings it down near the 25-yard line of Crittenden County.
to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock stops. 1:14 in this second quarter.
For another Wildcat first down.
Clock is moving. Ball's on the 26. Twins to the far side. 1 wide out to the near side. 2 safeties over the top. That passes to Vaughn, and Preston Morgeson is there on the tackle. And that is why the kid keeps limping, because every time he catches the ball over there, McAllister is taking his legs out.
Yeah, Morgeson.
I'm sorry, Preston Morgeson.
Loss of 1. Brings up second
And he is a
and 11
good
for the
ankle
Rockets.
tackling cornerback.
Well, that's how you're taught. That's how the DBs are taught to do it. 30 seconds in this second quarter. Twins each side. You'd think they're probably going to take a shot here. See if we can get a pass rush. Noah McGowan's coming free. Made him rush the pass. Clock stops with 15 seconds.
And this
Going to bring up third down.
quarterback is looking really uncomfortable in the pocket. A lot of forced balls into coverage. A lot of balls thrown off his back foot. This pass rush is getting to him, whether or not it's showing up on the stat sheet or not.
Well,
Because like
McGowan came
right.
basically looked untouched.
He's got Noah or Dylan Yates in his face every throw.
Right now, the 3 down linemen for this Rocket defense. Noah McGowan's on the far side. Lathan Easley is your nose guard, and Dylan Yates is to the near side. Twins each way. Kendrick Adams offset of Weiss to the left. It is a pass, and that is almost picked off by Preston Morganson, who had 2 interceptions last week against Murray. It's going to bring up fourth down, 10 seconds. And it looks like we've got an injured Trigg County player. I can't see his number.
I believe it's number 11.
It looked like 11, but that would be Dylan Skinner.
Timeout.
We want to thank, again, everybody watching this broadcast. Chris Evans from the Crittenden Press will be up here at halftime giving you all the stats from this first half. The Rockets lead 42-14. There are 10 seconds to go. Trigg County has the ball on the 26-yard line, and it's 4th and 11. While we have a break in the action, I'm going to try to see if I can find you some scores. Campbell County beat Pikeville 14-8. That is the Campbell County beat the number 1 team in Class A, ending Pikeville's 17-game win streak. You know, Ethan, you touched on it last week, Pikeville breaking that receiving record,
Right.
single-game record.
Right.
I failed to recognize that you held that record, correct?
I think officially, yes. Technically, after like a week after I broke it, somebody came in out of somewhere and said that they had actually broke it so-and-so years ago, and a couple people from their school system said, yeah, I think that's true. So I'm not for sure what it said in the record books, but either way, that kid holds it now. He beat me by about 40 yards and a touchdown and 4 more catches.
And it was funny, I referenced that game earlier in the night when I said we were going to have a shootout.
I went back and watched. That kid posted his highlights, and I went back and watched it, and he's a good receiver. He's got good hands. He's got a really good quarterback. And
Number 1 team in Class A goes down tonight. I don't know Campbell County.
Okay, we're up. Good job.
Like to see. I'm not sure if it's a leg. It looks like it is a leg for Mr. Skinner. He is coming off the field. Got a score for you: Webster County 29, Caverna 6.
Nope.
That is at the end of the first quarter.
That's a broken collarbone's what that is. I promise. I've seen it before. Oh, he's got that arm tucked in underneath
Yeah,
it.
I've got a massive
dude is
lump
broke.
on mine right now.
Well, they got him by both arms, though, guys.
No, he's got one arm tucked.
Okay.
That's hurt.
Well,
I've been in that position before, and I can tell you what that is.
McCracken County leads Davies County 31-15. As we resume action here, 10 seconds to go in this ball game. 4th down. Dylan Yates applying pressure. There's a hold on the play, taking a shot to the end zone. And that is an incomplete pass. The Rockets are going to decline this.
There is a flag on the play.
Take over possession with 2.3 seconds
in the first half.
in the first half.
You said in the game. First half.
in this game
in the
first half.
That's what you meant.
Against Trigg County.
That's right.
Penalty will be
You did a
declined.
good job tonight. I'm impressed.
Crittenden County.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Downs, 1st and 10.
I would imagine we're going to take a knee and go to the locker room.
You think?
I would imagine.
No, we going for it.
I don't know. You never know. Yeah, we're in victory formation.
You're practicing at home or anything?
No, this is just game 3.
Okay.
You know, the Rockets came out with a better performance in game 3. And I feel like I'm stepping my game up here in game 3. Victory formation for the Rockets. They're going to take a knee here. And we got the ambulance coming up to take
That's the end of
another
our
Trigg
first
County
half.
player to get looked at. First half, Rockets come back with a big second quarter, 28 points unanswered. They lead it 42-14. Ethan, Mike, started off very sloppy in the first quarter, but that second quarter was about as good as you could get.
It was. We looked really good on offense. Looked great. We just had that one mishap first play of the game where we kind of blew coverage. Somebody got a little mixed up and they scored. But other than that, defense is still in tip-top shape. It's hard to move the ball against us. It's hard to have real good success on the ground against us. Our offense, they're really starting to make strides. Xander's running just as hard as ever. Receiving core is looking a lot better. I've been impressed this year on, as it's gone on, as there's not as many drop balls as you saw earlier in the year and last year. Turley's doing a great job of going and high pointing the ball, finding where it's at, making a really good effort for it, going up strong with both arms. Crider did a great job of throwing it, realizing Turley's height and size advantage, throwing it to where he could see it. We've thrown the ball well tonight. We've had that one interception. We've had success on really almost everything we've tried, though. We've had success on the deep pass. We've had success on screens. We've had success on the run. Offense is just clicking on all cylinders. You could thank the offensive line for that. They've done a great job of keeping Crider upright. They've made massive holes for Xander all night.
They have been pretty good.
On that screen pass to Morganson, all Morganson had to do was make, that one guy miss right there, and he had another guy kind of in the area, but the line had everybody else accounted for. Turley had a great block out there on the side that really freed up that screen pass, and I've just been impressed tonight. I've been impressed with the play calling. I've been impressed with the execution. I think we're playing really good football tonight.
We talked about looking at these offensive stats for Crittenden County through the first 3 games. Has it maybe been what we were expecting? Or maybe just not to our standards?
Right.
But when you look at the 3 defenses we've played so far this season, and then when you've got a shortened preseason, offenses usually lag behind. We went against 3 very good defenses in Murray, Caldwell, and even Union County.
Right.
And so that has to be a factor into it, too. You're seeing tonight, Luke Crider has already got over 200 yards passing, I would assume, because there's been 3 very long.
All right, here's Chris up here with some stats. Guys, let's go over those stats with Chris for a minute and let him get back to work.
As Tanner just mentioned, Luke Crider having a night. Receivers are doing a good job after they catch the ball, long touchdown passes. Luke tonight has completed 6 passes, 6 of 10 right now for 276 yards. Preston Turley has 2 catches, including 1 touchdown, 2 catches for 108 yards. Preston Morganson has 1 catch for a touchdown, 82 yards. Xander Tabor, 1 catch for 57 yards and a touchdown on a reception. And Bryson Baker has a couple of catches for 33 yards. Bryson Baker. Pretty good half right there, throwing the ball, 1 interception over the middle there that the defense picked off, but lighting up the scoreboard after kind of a slow start. Crittenden County has not rushed the ball too much, only 10 carries in the first half. Xander Tabor, 8 carries for 112 yards. Preston Morganson, 1 carry for 29, and Luke Crider, -8 on one play behind line of scrimmage when he was brought down. So not a bad first half offensively. As I said, once they got going, that's 6 first downs for Crittenden County. Been scoring on big plays, so not moving the chains a whole lot. The Rockets, of course, punted after their first series, and then no one stopped them except themselves. They scored on every possession that they didn't fumble or turn the ball over. 1 interception, 1 fumble. Otherwise, have scored on every possession after punting after the first series there. For Trigg County, Weiss, the quarterback, thrown it 23 times, and he has completed 9 passes, so he's 9 for 23 with 1 interception. Vaughn has the most catches. He has 5 catches for 28 yards. Kenny Adams, 2 catches for 64 yards, and Skinner, 1 catch for 9. Parham, the kid they took off in the ambulance early on, the running back, he had 1 catch for no yards and rushing the ball. He had 4 carries for 15 yards before leaving the game. So they've carried 2 guys off now in the ambulance for Trigg County, so it's been a tough night for them. Rushing for Trigg County, some of the other guys, Kenny Adams had 8 carries for 13 yards, not much room for him there. And then Martin has 5 carries for 44 yards. He had that 1 big carry, 42 yards. Of course, they had the touchdown pass early, the first series to Kenny Adams, 60-yard strike there. So that's most of their yardage really there in the first half. Of course, they've moved the chains, 9 first downs for Trigg County there in the first half. Crittenden County penalties, a little better than what we've seen last few weeks. 6 penalties for 40 yards. Trigg County, 3 penalties for 31 yards. And, of course, Luke Crider has thrown 3 touchdown passes. Xander Tabor has scored 3 touchdowns, 1 by pass and 2 by a run. So good first half for the Rockets after a sluggish start, Mike.
You know, we've been talking about that the whole game. We had a pass interference call down here on the goal line that we didn't really feel like was pass interference, and we're still wondering what the flag was on them on the pass interference up here in the middle, right after that. We did. I mean, they were 10 yards apart.
I think he pushed him before the ball was in the air. They called a push on him, so he knocked him off his round. You know, after he was downfield already. You know, after he was out of the zone where he's not protected. So he got a little push early and knocked him off his route, and that's why they got that one.
We saw early they have some speed.
Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah, typical Trigg County football team, explosive players. They just, the defense, we're not having a whole lot of trouble scoring, obviously. And thank goodness, because they're early on, we just shooting ourselves in the foot like we have been, a time or two here and there, and just got off to a slow start. Our kids are used to playing with a lot of emotion. There's nobody hardly in the stands. It's, it's far removed. The field's kind of far removed from the fans here. Just not a whole lot of energy building for the team, and it's going to be like that all year. They've got to find a way, an inner self type deal. Play for yourself, play for your teammates, play for your coaches, play for pride for the school system, because it's not that high energy that we're accustomed to playing with.
Last week with our home people, with the music, with everything going on, there was an electricity in the stadium. I mean, we could just feel it. And you want to say we don't overlook a team, but you watch a team that's been beat several times and you're going to go play them, you feel like you're better. You can say that you're not overlooking them, but it's hard not to do that. And I think that had a little to do with it at the beginning of the game. Sure.
Coach Thompson called that timeout. I don't know if you could hear him up here, but he made it pretty clear to them. He got an early timeout after the fumble, I think, when they scored, and he walked out and he got their attention, very politely told them they can't just show up and win a football game. We're not that good, particularly down here at Trigg County, where you're very explosive, as you said, a lot of speed. You can't just show up. And you've got to show up. You got to show up, and you got to play. You can't just expect a team to lay down. I don't care who you are.
Trigg County for the last several years, they've had a lot of coach changes over these. I mean, am I wrong on that?
Yeah, very good coach right now. Peach is he's a former.
I played against him.
He was.
He coached Travis Atwell in Hancock County.
That's right. He was at Hancock County when Travis Atwell, Mr. Football, was there. Then he went on and coached at Campbellsville, and he was actually the guy that recruited Sean Thompson to play at Campbellsville.
Really?
Yeah, so he coached. He was a collegiate coach, and then I think he was out of football maybe for a little while, and then came down here. I don't know if he retired at the lake or what the deal was, but I don't believe he's quite old enough to retire. But so obviously he's still coaching some football. Very, very good, very qualified coach. A lot of very well respected around West Kentucky football.
I've watched both teams tonight too. You're not seeing a lot of jawing between plays.
There's a good bit going on down there.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice up here, okay?
One of the things
I've never
that's
been in a
really
game where there wasn't, but
stood out to me is something that Coach Peach is going to have certainly probably have to work on. But there's just been a lot of poor tackling in Trigg County tonight.
Well, I think that's what their defense.
That's their weakness.
I think that's their problem. It has been through their first 3 games. They just don't tackle very well, and it's very clearly indicated here tonight. And you don't tackle good against us, and you're going to have a long night.
there was a hole that Xander ran through on
Man,
his
Mike
long.
could have held hands and run.
Yeah.
As fat and old as I am could have ran through. I mean, they did a really good job on that.
Yeah, and we've had some nice plays, some guys wide open. Preston Morganson was in some space there, created some space on that screen that he caught, and then, gosh, he turned on the Jets. And then finally got a nice pass over the middle to Turley, who's obviously a mismatch
He
for
threw
a lot of
that
people.
where only Turley could catch it.
Only Turley, and that's the way you got to do it,
Yeah.
And why not when you got a guy that's 6'12", whatever he is.
Certainly.
Got an update. Call Mayfield 21, Caldwell 7.
Yeah, that game's fairly close. Yeah.
Last score I got from
the Tillman?
Tillman, it was 14-13 Tillman late in the second
against
quarter.
Murray. So that's a good indicator of where we're at. We're going to play Tillman last game of the season at home. So far so good. We just need to get through the second half. And
I got an update here. Murray 21, Tillman 14, 10:36 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, that's the one we want to keep an eye on. If Murray comes out of victor on that.
Donkey. We had trouble with his name.
Yeah.
Donkey had a 44-yard touchdown.
He's a good football player.
Sokolowski.
Murray's a good football team. I can't stress enough how that was certainly one of the best quality wins that we've had at Crittenden County in a long time last week. Really beat a good football team. Been pretty good. Yeah.
Tanner summed it up. We saw the team that we thought we had show up last week.
That's right.
And they're coming on tonight.
And I think a lot of that might goes back to what we just talked about earlier, was that energy at home. Our guys, when they can play with that emotion and that energy, they are a tick or two better than they are.
Always. I agree.
Sure.
I mean, a couple of years ago, whenever Union County played over here, and they wouldn't expected us to win,
Oh, yeah.
but I've never been in a more electrified environment. The place was packed. They had the music rocking. I mean, it's amazing at home right now with the atmosphere that these guys are getting to play under. And there's nothing any better as a player. You feed off of that. And like we were talking about earlier, it's really hard to get up whenever you don't see a lot of people there. You're wondering, you're only supposed to be playing for yourself on the field, but that really adds in.
And that was one thing we commented on the sideline at Caldwell. It was dead.
Very dead.
On their side and ours.
And
it was like we kept saying this just doesn't look like our football team.
That's just a result of this COVID. Look at the NFL, look at the Major League Baseball. They're all having to find ways to get themselves motivated.
It's an adjustment.
That's right, sure. And those who are able to make that adjustment at key times will be successful. All right, guys, I'm going to get down. Good luck second half. Let's go get them.
We're going to go after them the second half. We're going to turn the mic off for a minute, take a little break. We'll be back to start this thing off in the third quarter with Ethan, Tanner, and I. Okay.
All right, we're coming back as the clock winds down here at halftime. We want to thank Whitetail Properties, Mark Williams, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Custom Tent and Detail. They are moving locations out to Orb Taylor Road. H&H Home and Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Seaplant Federal Credit Union, Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank and Derek Myers, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center and Dr. Adria Porter, Char Solutions on the New York Stock Exchange. Here comes the kickoff. Rockets will receive. Back deep is Xander Tabor and Preston Morganson. Score right now is 42-14. Next score, if the Rockets score before Trigg County, this will put on the running clock.
And I'd like to see it because it is cold.
It's just now starting to feel like football weather.
For the Rockets.
I haven't got used to it yet.
Interesting fact about number 16, their kicker, he is left-footed. Xander Tabor is going to take that, fake the handoff to Preston Morganson, and he is on his way into Wildcat territory down to the 39-yard line. Big return, big hole. Yeah. Great run by Xander. And with every great run, there's always good blocking.
That little misdirection we're doing back there between the two returners, it seems to have gotten the best of the teams we've faced so far this year with it. It freezes them enough to let a hole open up.
Certainly. First and 10 for the Rockets just inside the 40-yard line. 11:50 in this third quarter. Twins to the near side. Nesbitt in motion. Jet sweep to Nesbitt. Oh, and he fumbles the ball, picks it back up. There's a flag. He's still on his feet, running hard. He actually gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that was a light handoff. It almost hit him in the elbow.
Yeah, the timing was off there. I don't think that the center got the ball back there by the time the jet was arriving.
Yeah,
it got a hold against the Rockets, guys.
Yeah, it squirted out. That hold is going to back the Rockets up to 1st and 23. One update I want to give you, Tillman and Murray are tied at 21. Halfway through the third quarter. Mike, do you have an update on Caldwell and Mayfield?
No, I have not.
Last we heard there was Mayfield was winning 21-7.
They're on 46-yard line.
Trips to the near side. Xander's offset to the left. The give is to Xander. Massive hole, great block by Preston Morganson. Xander Tabor is going to walk into the end zone.
All the way. No flag.
54-yard touchdown for Xander Tabor.
For a Crittenden County score.
And the Cardinal.
Try it again.
No, I was wrong on the running clock. We are only up 34 points.
We have to be how many?
36.
So if we go for 2.
Which we had a team last year do that to us, if you remember.
Update on the Mayfield-Caldwell County game. Mayfield 21, Caldwell County 13, and that is at halftime.
So that is a ball game we expected it to be. 49-14 after the Noah Perkins kick is good. He is still perfect on the year. And he's been keeping that leg warm tonight because the Rockets are on the verge of putting up 50.
That was a nice little, would you even call that a drive?
Well, we went backwards, one play, and went forwards. A big return by Xander. Then we had the holding penalty and a 54-yard touchdown run by Xander. Whole lot of Xander that drive. Again, he's had a couple. They haven't tackled Xander very much tonight, I'll just say that.
But he's looking quick and explosive, too.
Short squib kick is fielded by Trigg County on the 48-yard line.
And that's got to be Xander's 4th or maybe 5th touchdown tonight.
So he's got 1 in the air and I think maybe 3 on the ground.
Yep.
Well, what they say at 100 and how many yards in the first half?
I missed the stats.
Crittenden County kick at the Trigg County 48-yard line where the Wildcats have it.
11:42 in this third quarter. Rockets lead it 49-14.
I see it.
And Trigg, if they want to even have a prayer in this ball game, they've got to start throwing the ball down the field for success.
And our defensive line has something to say about that. That is picked up by Caden McAllister, and he will not be tackled. 50-yard interception return for Caden McAllister. That will make it a running clock.
And that puts the nail in the coffin.
55-14. Crittenden County leads. Quick transition for this field goal unit. You know, you're on defense. You just kicked one.
I got excited when looking for the kickoff.
Noah Perkins. The kick is up and it is good once again.
Well, do you think Sean will take his foot off the gas?
So that is, well, at this point, I don't know. You may get one more series for your guys.
Yeah, I think you'll see 2 more series for starters right here. Your starter's going to go 2 more series probably. If they score both times, then that's going to wrap it up and get them out of the game. And even if they score 1 more time, probably you'll start to see a few substitutions.
Well, it's a good time to get some younger guys, some varsity reps.
Right. And that's important for next year.
Certainly.
It is. We've got a lot of seniors to replace next year. This football team's going to look a lot different.
Noah Perkins puts the ball down. Set to kick off on the 40. Martin back deep for Trigg County.
That's just football.
Kicking it to number 19. He is brought down at the 46-yard line. Tackled by number 16. And I've got to look that guy's number up. That is Rowan Perkins.
47-yard line.
Yeah, starting defense is still out there for Crittenden County. I do spot a Ben Dobbins.
Ben's had a couple really good games.
Yeah, he had a big interception last week. I just got an update from Andy Hunt. Noah Perkins has kicked 22 straight. Handoff up the middle to Kendrick Adams. Going to be a short gain of 2. Ben Dobbins in on that tackle, along with Noah McGowan and Luke Mundy.
What's the record for 26, I think, and his older brother Will Perkins has it?
It could be a Perkins on Perkins battle here.
And I'd imagine Rowan Perkins might do some kicking next year.
Twins to the near side. The record is 33. Will Perkins. Set up a screen here, taking a shot. Logan Bailey just through his fingertips. Good coverage on that play. They set the screen up and did kind of the wheel route to Martin off of that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Clock runs under 10 minutes in this third quarter. Ball's on the 48-yard line. Twins to each side. Kendrick Adams offset to the left of the quarterback, Weiss. There was a false start they didn't call. He's got pressure, and there's a hold. They didn't call that. And Tyler Boone with the sack. And boy, did he get there in a bad mood.
Boone on the tackle.
I think this quarterback will be ready to see Crittenden County go back home.
Wow.
Brings up 4th down and 13.
That was a big shot.
They have made it a long night for him.
Trigg County is going to punt. That was a loss of 5 on the play.
McAllister's the lone guy back there this time.
And one thing about it, it's hard to get a return on him. He kicks it high.
In short.
High and short. That is a net yard or net punt of about 20 yards. Rockets will be in business on the 39-yard line. I can see a couple new jerseys in over there. It looks like they may I can see number 61.
That's Ben, isn't it?
Oh, that's not a.
I did see Dobbins. Dobbins is out there. He has not yet. He's yet to play offense this year. 49.
Nope. Still,
Right? Yeah.
So
Dobbins
we've got
is out there, 49 in the slot.
number 14 and number 23 out wide to the near side. That's Casey Yates and Tyler Belt, both freshmen.
And Seth Guess is at quarterback.
Seth Guess's quarterback fumbled the snap, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of
Number
8.
12, Kendrick Adams leading the way on that sack.
Trace Darrington on the far side with Ben Dobbins.
Loss of 6.
And Kiefer Marshall at running back.
Second down and 16 for the Rockets on their own 33-yard line.
Good chance to see what young Seth Guess has to bring to the table tonight.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate
Future
they'll do a whole lot
quarterback of the
throwing.
Rockets. Hand off to number 34,
Marshall.
Kiefer Marshall. No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16
Number 40.
for this
34
Rocket
Marshall
offense,
on
this
carry.
young Rocket offense.
I imagine they'll let Seth take a shot here.
Fake the handoff, throwing the screen to Trace Darrington. Number 17 was all over that. And that's going to force a Rocket
Pass
punt.
intended for number 11, Barrington, that falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down and 17 for the Rockets.
Rockets. Braxton Winters is back deep to punt. He's only punted once tonight. It's a 35-yard punt.
Be careful with Martin back there.
Number 4, Jaquelius Martin is 35 yards deep. Rockets take a timeout.
Timeout on the field, Crittenden County.
Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Whitetail Properties and Mark Williams being the headline sponsor of this Crittenden Press YouTube broadcast. Well, thank my partners. Mike Crabtree is running the camera. Ethan Dossett with the commentary here.
We'll be at Caverna next week. Are they an hour ahead of us?
They're 3 hours.
No, I meant time zone.
I have no idea. I do
would
not.
imagine.
I don't think they are.
Is Bowling Green an hour ahead of us?
No. Bowling Green is not an hour ahead of us. But they're on the other side of Bowling Green, right? I know, it's close.
It's going to be close.
I think they're on this side of Lake Cumberland. And Lake Cumberland, I believe, is where that time zone comes. We'll find out for sure. 4th and 16. Braxton Winters back to kick. He has another high booming kick. Caught at the 25 by Martin.
Tyler.
That is a 50-yard punt once
No
again
return on
by
that
Braxton
punt.
Winter.
Trigg County takes over first
No
and 10.
return.
Their own 25.
Tackled by Tyler Boone
Preston Morganson.
and Preston Morganson.
Great coverage, both sides.
5:30 to go in this quarter.
5:30 and the clock is running. Rockets lead this one 56-14. Got a whole new set of defenders out there. Tyler Belt, number 23, is a freshman at safety. Seth Guess is just like at the Rocket. Austin Hankins, number 39, is out there. He's going to have a chance to tackle Mr. Martin. Great tackle by Tyler Boone is still out there. He made that tackle on Mr. Martin.
Martin on the carry.
Looks like Preston Turley, Tyler Boone, Trace Darrington, Preston Morganson are still in for the Rockets, and Tyler Boone and Preston Turley come out. Looks like now the only starter out there is Caden McAllister.
Gain of 6 on that play. 2nd down and 4 for the Wildcats.
Sam Impastato, number 7, is at nose guard.
You got Morganson out there at corner still.
Morganson and McAllister are your 2 lone starters. Some reps for these young guys. And that's a big dude to tackle, Kendrick Adams. It's tackled by Caden McAllister, Trace Darrington. It's enough for the first down. Gain of about 15 on that play.
Caden McAllister making the stop for Crittenden County. That carry is good for another Wildcat first down.
1st and 10 for Trigg County at the 46. Split backs. Giving the ball to Martin. He made a guy miss. And he is gone.
Touchdown, Wildcats!
I didn't.
Hard to keep up with the camera.
There was one guy that had a hand on him there in the backfield. Was unable to bring him down.
Martin picked up 54 yards for a Wildcat score.
54-yard touchdown for Jaquelis Martin.
And that's just about what you expect. If Trigg still got their starters in against a young defense who hasn't had any varsity experience, you're going to give up those touchdowns like that.
Man, that was like
Shank that one to the right, and
I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
looks like he may have hurt himself on that one.
No good with 3:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
3:45 in this 3rd quarter. Rockets lead 56-20. 36-point lead right now.
Should the clock still be running after touchdowns? Or running out?
I think the running clock should still be running,
Right.
but it is not. We want to thank Whitetail Properties, Mark Williams, Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, and Dr. Adria Porter, Shara Solutions, YTG Insurance, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, Max 2 Custom Tent and Detailing. They are moving locations out on Orb Taylor Road. H&H Home Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, C-Plant Federal Credit Union. Trigg County still's got all their big guns out on the field. I don't know if you see them go for an onside kick here or not. Trying to get an update on some scores from around the area.
Who we got back for the Rockets, guys?
Preston Morganson and Alexander Tabor.
Still got still got the horses in there. Shank kick. Caden McAllister picks it up, and he took a shot from number 42.
McAllister on the return.
I heard that pop up here.
That is Lucas Strope.
Kendrick Adams making the stop for Trigg County.
McAllister popped right back up like nothing even happened, though. Shows you how tough he is.
You wouldn't think of anything else. I mean,
Right.
I had him in Little League. He wouldn't go out of the game. I said, you can't run the ball. And he said, why? And come find out he had a broke shoulder, a broke arm.
Yeah, he is.
Make him leave the game.
He is a tough football player. And that's what you like to have your football team built with. Twins to each side. Tyler Belt going in motion. Handoff to Kiefer Marshall. A loss of 3 on the play.
And they got Micah Newcomb in at quarterback now. He's a freshman. That's Johnny Newcomb's son. Wearing number 10. That number looks awful good out there for some reason. I like it.
That's how I know keep the mark.
Loss of 2, second down to 12 for Crittenden.
Twins to each side. Newcomb, with a good pass to Trace Darrington, who was unable to bring that one in. He was trying to run before he caught it.
And he had some blockers set up for
It was set up very well. Ben Dobbins laid some lumber on number 19 out there. It was a good block by him.
Ben Dobbins has really impressed me a lot this year. I know we've talked about him a lot, but he deserves credit. Lined up here in the spread again.
Twins each side. Another pass. They go back to it.
Oh, what a step up in the pocket.
Oh, and that pass is picked off. Nice play by number 18, who was trailing Trace Darrington there. And
Wallace with an interception for Trigg County.
It really wasn't a bad pass. That kid just made a very good play.
He did, and I just stopped the game real quick, talked about Micah Newcomb. That was a veteran move. I haven't seen a high school quarterback step up in the pocket like that in a long time, and that was just really impressive for me to sit here and
he's a
watch.
freshman, his first varsity. And just FYI, Trigg County starting defense is still out there.
Right, and that's just a good play by Micah Newcomb. Don't let that interception fool you.
Wideouts each side, taking a shot deep, and that's picked off. Oh, Preston Morganson would like to have that one back.
Yeah, you don't
dropped
see
the
that
interception.
often.
Clock is running under 1 minute in this third quarter. Looks like we might get one more play off before the start of the fourth quarter. Rockets lead this one 56-20. Something that you don't see a whole lot, but their quarterback runs to the sideline and gets the play every play.
And that's a workout.
That's the way Austin Berry did.
I don't think Hunter Boone quite had the skill set to do that in high school. It's been a long night.
Tank to tank.
Wide out each side. Handoff to number 12, Kendrick Adams. He is tackled by number 12, Tyler Boone.
And that's going to wrap up this third quarter, guys. Crittenden County 56, Trigg County 20.
There is
fourth
the
quarter.
siren. Fourth quarter.
That's the end of our third quarter.
We want to thank our sponsors on this Crittenden Press YouTube broadcast. Whitetail Properties, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance. You know, this game is running clock blowout, but looking up there, we still have over 200 people, 200 devices watching this broadcast, and we thank you guys for sticking with us.
Well, it's been awesome. I was going back and looking for some clips from some other games, and I saw we've had like 1.7 thousand views, 1.8 thousand views. We are really, you guys are really stepping up at home, and I'm telling you, it does not go unnoticed. These players love seeing it.
The other thing we need to remind everybody, if you can't subscribe to this, we need to get this up to at least 1,000 subscribers on the Crittenden Press page, because it's supposed to make it easier for Chris to do this.
And just every single person who drops in and watches it.
And how you do that is you're going to have to create a YouTube account so that you can subscribe. Hand off to Martin up the middle, grabbed by Preston Turley and brought down for a gain of about 6. That's going to be enough for the first down. Jaquillis Martin. And he's probably going to be the first running back to get 100 yards against Crittenden County.
For another Wildcat first down.
Now there was some of this is here after running clock going, but stats are stats. Hand off to Martin. Tackled by number 60, Ian Ellington. And I think what you saw Coach Thompson do is he knows how dangerous this Trigg County offense is. And so he's had to put some of his starters back in. Still getting some other guys some reps, but he's sprinkling a few guys in here and there. Because you can't just let number 4 go. He is too dangerous. Wide out on the near side, Twins to the right. Weiss back to pass, throwing over the middle to number 17. Number 17, that's his first.
17, Dakota
Locker, that's his first catch of the night. That
Play
pass
goes down to the 15-yard line of Crittenden County.
And he's shaking up.
That pitch and catch is good for another Wildcat first down.
He ran the slant route, just got beyond the linebackers and just in front of the safety. Hand off to Kendrick Adams.
Kendrick Adams on the carry, moving the pile.
Tackled by several Rockets. Tyler Boone in on that tackle along with Caden McAllister. And I just got a message from Andy Hunt, the Rocket statistician, who said tonight Tyler Boone
brings up second down and 1 for
has
the
set the
Wildcats.
Crittenden County record for most solo tackles in a career. The former record was held by Adam Beavers with 204 solo tackles. So congratulations to Tyler Boone, and got several games still left to play.
Right, that's early on in the season. That's amazing. Congratulations, Tyler.
Hand up the middle to Kendrick Adams. Looks like he's in for the touchdown.
Wildcats!
They have got.
Kendrick Adams takes it 6 yards for a Wildcat score.
That puts the score at 26. Rockets still lead 56-26 in a running clock ball game that the clock is currently stopped for some reason.
They did that on the last touchdown.
The concept of the running clock is not quite picked up here at Trigg County.
Trying to get back in this ball game.
Yes. Going for 2.
God.
Weiss back to pass, and he is sacked by Luke Mundy. I thought that was Caden McAllister there. That was Luke Mundy.
Point attempt. Luke Mundy, number 8.
He came in with malice.
Yeah, he looked like him, McAllister.
Ill intent.
In our ball game, our new score, Crittenden County 56.
30-point lead for the Rockets, 56-26. Trigg County's not giving up.
Yeah, it's kind of leaving kind of a bad taste in my mouth. You know, we kind of called off the dogs for them, and they're going to line up their starters, and, you know, running clock down 30, this game isn't going to happen for them. It's just not, and that's just adding insult to injury. We have to match it with our best players. They've got their best players out there, and it's just kind of all for nothing right now.
Clock is stopped again for some reason at 9:11 in the fourth quarter.
He did that last time, too.
This game would be pretty close to over if they'd had it run the first time, because it's probably been 2 minutes since they stopped the clock, you know.
All right. Preston Morgeson and Xander Tabor back deep. Braxton Winters and Caden McAllister are standing at the 20. 56-26. Rockets lead by 30 points here in this fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go. We want to thank Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2, Custom Tint and Detailing, who's moving out to Orb Taylor Road, H&H Home Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Onside kick there is recovered by Ben Dobbins, number 49, at the 47.
Ben Dobbins falls on the onside kick attempt by the Wildcats. Crittenden will have it 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Rockets. Be interesting to see what offense comes out here for the Rockets.
With 48 yards, an 8-play scoring drive.
Another hurt player.
Rockets staying with that.
We're going to have to hurry or we're going to get a delay.
It's going to be close.
Seth Guess in at quarterback. And he has trouble with the snap again. Recovered by number 42, Luke Strope. Clock is running now, approaching the 8-minute mark. And Trigg County coming out. I can see a number 12, a number 4, a number 5. Quarterback Weiss is coming back out. Still running their ones.
Man, it makes me nervous having all of our starters out there like this.
First down.
Well, we've got our starting defense out there right now, except for we have our starting defense out there right now. Braxton Winters coming off the edge. That tackle by number 12, Tyler Boone. That was 12 on 12. Kendrick Adams and Tyler Boone. And just to tell you about Kendrick Adams, I was looking on Twitter there a while ago. Before this ball game, the University of Cincinnati gave him a shout out, as you see a lot of colleges do. Cincinnati is recruiting him.
There's a lot of good athletes on this Trigg County football team.
Yeah.
There's a lot. We're going to line up in the spread right here.
Twins to the far side. It is a quick pass to number 5. Made a guy miss and was tackled by Braxton Winters, number 3.
What is Trigg, a 3A?
Trigg is a 3A school.
And you just really wouldn't be able to tell it because Crittenden looks like they got about 10 or 15 more players. Being a 1A school, that's really impressive.
I had an umpire friend tell me the clock stops on a running clock until they're ready for play after timeouts and scores.
There you go.
Thank you.
So they are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and now I know what they're supposed to be doing.
Now we look bad for getting mad at them.
I'm sorry, clock operator guy. Handoff to Martin, tackled in the backfield by number 12, Tyler Boone, adding to that record that he had set tonight for most solo tackles.
He's just running away with it now.
Tyler Boone, number 12, making the stop for Crittenden.
Jaquavius Martin was trying to run away with that one, but he was tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1. Clock's approaching the 5-minute mark. Rockets lead this one 56-26. 2nd and 11 for Trigg County. Again, we want to thank Whitetails Property for sponsoring this broadcast. Whiteouts each one to the far side, Twins to the near side, screen to the near side to number 5. And I should know his name by now, Jaden Vaughn.
Jaden Vaughn, ball's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 12.
That is Noah McGowan. Number 53 for Crittenden is Noah McGowan. Lathan Easley is at nose. Dylan Yates is the far defensive end. Twins each side. Kendrick Adams offset. Throws the slant and through the hands of Vaughn and through the hands of number 15, Logan Bailey, there on the coverage.
Little update on Caldwell Mayfield. Caldwell's got the ball and they're driving. They picked up a couple of first downs, and there's 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and it is still Mayfield 21, Caldwell 13.
We're down to 4:25.
4:20 to go in this ball game. It is 4th down for Trigg County, 4th and 11. See if this defense can get a stop. Back to pass. Hit Martin in stride. That was a great play.
34 yards from Jacob Weiss to Jaquelis Martin.
Weiss stepped up in the pocket.
Yeah, he looked a little bit more comfortable on that one. That was a good route and a good throw. not much you can defend against that. Defender wasn't out of position, and it was pretty all right coverage. It was just a great ball and an even better route and catch from the receiver there. And you kind of wonder why they kind of didn't stick to that more during the game.
That's true.
A deep middle route. They had success early on, but that's just how it goes. They're going to line up and go for 2 again here. Again, not much point to it.
56-32 is the score. Short pass.
He pushed off.
And that was a push off
2-point conversion.
by
Good.
Vaughn. 56-34. 4 minutes to go in this ball game.
4 minutes remaining in our game. Our new score, Crittenden County 56, Trigg County 34.
Trying to find a score for, looks like Webster County 49, Caverna 14. 7 minutes in the third quarter. I see where Tillman just punted. Donkey bobbled it, and it's turnover number 4 for Murray. Still don't, last time I heard the score, it was tied 21-21. Trying to get an update on that. Greenwood County beat Union County 14-7.
Welcome back to Purdue Field.
Greenwood County moves to 4-0 on the season. Greenwood, is that? Are they up in Bowling Green?
I couldn't tell you. I know they got the Green Bay Packer logo, or they used to, but
Onside kick. Braxton Winters recovers. Just got an update. Mayfield 21, Caldwell 20.
Wow.
In the third quarter.
I guess that means Caldwell didn't go for 2 then. Or maybe that was a typo. Maybe they were 14.
Carries it to the 49-yard line of the Rockets.
Hey, Crittenden County's got the starting offense back on the
They'll have
field.
it 1st and 10.
Well, it's just a 22-point lead. Carried is Andrew Tabor. He's met in the backfield. A loss of 4 on the play. Campbellsville beat Metcalfe County 22-14. Campbellsville is always a school that we watch.
Tabor on the carry. Marshall Street making the stop.
They've sure got a bad taste in my mouth right now.
Yeah,
Campbellsville does.
yep. They are always a potential playoff opponent for us. Deuce formation, 2 tight, full house backfield. Running clock still going at 2 minutes 40 seconds. We're going to let this clock run down as much as possible. Handoff to Xander Tabor, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Tabor on the carry once again. Anthony Hall making the stop for the Wildcats. Brings up 3rd down. 11 yards to go.
2 minutes. Rockets lead this one 56-34. Kiefer Marshall comes in. It looks like Xander may be shaken up, and that's the last thing you wanted to see in a ball game like this. Of course, Trigg County has got 11 guys in the box. Looks like it might have been Xander's wrist.
That's what happens when you.
34
That's
Marshall.
the problem. Whenever
Yeah.
you're having to leave these
I
guys
don't
in,
care.
it's time of the game.
Number 42.
I
Scrooge making the stop for the Wildcats.
was kind of hoping we keep them out, you know. But
Brings up
I
fourth
understand.
down.
I understand what you have to do.
It's got to go both ways.
It does.
It's going to be 4th down and 15 for Crittenden County. Clock is under a minute. Braxton Winters He's going to kick this ball to Jaquelis Martin.
Think he'll kick it?
I think he's going to kick the far out of it.
The field goal.
Might take the delay game here. Yeah.
Why would that stop the clock?
Timeout, actually, I think is what. No, they called delay game.
Delay game call against Crittenden County.
Clock stopped at 33 seconds.
Down to 19.
Martin back deep, standing at the 20. Ball sitting on Trigg County's 40-yard line. Another great kick. Angled it to the far sideline. Downed it at the 18-yard line.
That would have hurt my feet. They're pretty cold up here, kicking that football.
That's
like
a 43-yard punt. Clock is running, and that will be the ball game. They're still over there looking at Xander's
Do not like to see that.
wrist, arm, hand, something. Rockets going to win this one 56-34.
County 56, Trigg County 34. How about a big hand for all of these student athletes?
And that's going to do it for us. We want to thank our sponsors, Whitetail Properties and Mark Williams, Johnson's Furniture, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Al Starnes, Coldwell Banker, Mike and Stoner's Barbershop, YTG Insurance, Farmers Bank and Trust, Max 2 Tent, Custom Tent and Detailing, who's moving to Orb Taylor Road, H&H Home and Hardware, Riley Tool and Machine, Sea Plant Federal Credit Union, Deer Lakes Golf Course, Ellington Detailing, Magnolia Bank, First United Bank, Marion Eye Care Center, Shara Solutions. Guys, started off bad. Well, not how we wanted to anyway. Got everything going? We're going to sign off. That way we can get some post-game show
Join us back next week. Caverna, same time. We'll see you there.
They are on Central Time, too. 56-34. Rockets win.
Do you want me to get 100 to take